Hello. This is my live feed from my mom's house. This is the first one I've done from my phone at my mom's house, so hi. I don't know how much battery I have left. I haven't charged it since we left the hotel. I look horrible, so pardon me for looking totally horrible. I planned on doing this a lot earlier in the day, but today has been nasty. And yeah, I'm wearing the same shirt for I don't know, I guess this is day 3. Ugh, and I have nasty stuff on it. I look horrible. Feel horrible. It's been a bad day. But, today marks the end of week 4. We survived week 4. Thank goodness. Woo! Okay, so week 4 is behind us. Yeah. We're going to be going into week 5. Okay. So, to talk about today. So today we woke up a little bit early. We're getting ready, and we had made it so we had no luggage whatsoever. So last night I went out to dinner with my boyfriend Jared and brought the last suitcase that we had back to my mom's house and put it here and checked in on the cats again, and the cats were fine, made sure their food and water was fine, made sure their potty box was fine, all that good stuff. So did all of those things and made sure they were squared away. So okay, cats are squared away. Everything's fine. So great, super positive stuff. Went to dinner, had a nice dinner. So back to this morning. So this morning, woke up early and made sure that the last stuff that we had with us was packed. So did that. Well, the stuff that we had was more than could fit in my little bag that I had left. And we had gotten rid of the suitcase. So Mom found this bag that was left in the closet. So awesome. It fit everything perfectly. Great. It's kismet. This is going to work awesome. So we start to go and we notice that we press the elevator button, but it's not lighting up. The elevator's not working. So this lady comes up with her dog and she's like, "Oh yeah, we had to take the stairs because the elevator's not working." Oh my God. So we called down there. "Oh yeah, the elevator's not working. We're so sorry for the inconvenience, but the elevator is not working. We'll call you when we know something, but the repairman is not going to be here until 10:30. Now, this is 8:30, 8:45, something like that. Her appointment is 9:30, and our cab was supposed to come at 9. So my boyfriend's starting to call me on the phone. So I'm like, "Hey, I don't have time to talk to you right now because I have to call, cancel the cab. We have to call, cancel her appointment, tell them what's going on, try to reschedule with them." And then she had another appointment that we had to call and tell them what was going on and cancel that. So my boyfriend's like, "Yeah, sure, go do what you need to do." So go and do all of those things. So call periodically back and check on the elevator. "We're so sorry for the inconvenience. We're so sorry for the inconvenience. We're so sorry for the inconvenience, but we can't tell you anything. We can't tell you anything. We can't tell you anything." So at about 12:45, which is checkout time, because we were supposed to check out today, they're like, "Yeah, we're not going to make you pay for the extra time, but you can totally stay in your room, free of charge." Thank you. Great, because I didn't want to have to pay that money out of pocket. Couldn't really afford to pay for it. I mean, we would have if we had to, but can't really afford to because with all the cab rides and everything, because they don't provide shuttle service to the hospital, and neither does the hotel that we're going to be in next week. Cab rides, add up when you have to take them twice a day. So it may seem like, well, that's not so bad. Well, when you have to do it that not so bad price twice a day for 5 days a week, it adds up. And then tack on 2 days of hotels, over $100 a piece, twice a week. These things add up really quickly. And then there's food expenses and other expenses. Things add up super duper quickly. And so it was a thing. Definitely a thing. So back to my thoughts. So they were like, you don't have to worry about it. You can just stay in the room and we'll call you when we know something. Okay. So it's getting later and later and later. And so this lady is like, can I come in and clean? And I'm like, no, like the elevator isn't working. And so we're in here. So for some reason I was like, you know what? I'll check on the elevator now. Like I'll call the front desk. And so I called the front desk and the manager answered and he was like, oh yeah, it's kind of working, but we're having somebody come back and check on it again, which I thought was very odd. So the gist that I got is the elevator's working well enough that we can get you out of that room because we don't want to have to comp you another day in that room. So like, let's get you down and out of that room and get you to where you need to go so you can check out. So we did that. We went down to the first floor because we were on the second floor, which, by the way, I don't know how a hotel can have handicapped accessible rooms on the second floor because they have no rooms at all for anybody, handicap or otherwise. On any other floors, it's 2, 3, and 4 are where they have guests. The first floor, right, is their lobby and their restaurant. The ground floor is their garage and where you go in to sit to access the garage and the elevator. Second floor is handicapped accessible and maybe 1 or 2 regular rooms. And then they have the third floor for regular people and the fourth floor. So I don't know why they only have 1 elevator on that floor when they have handicapped accessible people, because then when it breaks, the handicapped accessible people are literally trapped on that floor. And I don't know how they get away with it legally, but somehow they do. Hey, Aunt Ruth. So we were literally like trapped. So I guess they just wanted us gone. So they were like, okay, go to the first floor. So we got to the first floor. Okay. And we check out. And the manager all of a sudden is in my face. And he's like, I'm so sorry. Is there anything we can do? And I'm like, well, I just got a text from our cab and they're on their way. So I really don't want to be late for our cab or miss it because, you know, everything's been behind and we just rescheduled my mom's appointment. And so I've kind of really got to go. And I wasn't trying to be rude to him, but seriously, we were hours and hours late for this appointment and I wasn't going to miss the cab because this guy was trying to kiss my butt because he made us so late. And it was really, really difficult. Sorry, my thing is showing low battery, so I'm trying to plug in real quick. So, you know, I know he was trying to like kiss my butt and everything. And believe me, I would have loved to have given him the opportunity to kiss my butt and all of that. However, it was more important to me in that moment to catch our cab and not be stranded at this hotel anymore because I think Mom and I were both done with this particular hotel. So we got out of there. And well, we were going to leave that floor. And I think that would have been hilarious. That encounter, I would have paid to see that. So we are trying to go to the ground floor to wait for the taxi, and they have this little area where there's like a bench. So I sit there, and then I park like the wheelchair right in front. So, and it has a good view, so you can see like the cab coming. So I pressed the ground floor button, and it was the only button pressed and, you know, like lit up in the elevator. So all of a sudden it goes 4th floor, and I'm like, what? I pressed ground floor. What? We go to the 4th floor, and so it opens, and these dudes, these maintenance dudes, are standing there with like some sort of like ice machine or something, and they're looking at us, and they're like, oh, pardon us, you can totally go down to the ground floor. We're sorry. I'm just like, did you jerry-rig the thing to go to the 4th floor? What just happened? Like, what? So they're like, sorry, ladies. So then all of a sudden it goes down, and then it goes 1st floor, and I'm like, why are we on the 1st floor? So I just made it close, like I pressed the closed door button. And Mom's like, are we ever getting off this elevator? It's broken. And I'm like, calm down, it's fine. No, we're going to go down to the, see, it's lit up. We're going to go down to the ground floor. We finally got to the ground floor. And it was like going up, and I'm like, not till we get off. And I got us off really, really quickly. Thank goodness we got off the elevator. And I was like, you never have to go on that elevator ever again. That was our last day at that hotel. We're never going back to that hotel anymore. So I can say this honestly and give you like an honest review of this hotel now, because I don't have to kiss their hiney. I don't have to deal with them anymore. We don't have to say anything. Okay, so here's my honest thoughts about this hotel. When I first walked in, I was seduced by the aesthetic, okay? It has cool colors. It's like gray, black, and red. And it's very modern looking, and it's very kind of cool and edgy, and like 20, 30 somethings would really like it. It has kind of a seductive tone and look to it, and it looks very sleek and modern and kind of sexy, right? It gives off that view, and it's called Hotel Red in Madison, Wisconsin, and it looks really nice. However, when you stay there, right, you find out that it is not the classy hotel that it appears to be, and that they make it seem like it is. They make it seem like it's this very fancy, very upper class, very good hotel that's European themed or like Asian themed or like something like that. Like this very modern, very cool hotel. And it's really not, because when you've stayed there for 2 weeks, like we have, you find out that it's not. You find out that the poor people that work there are overworked and underpaid. You get that feeling right away, which is like everywhere, right? So it's not that shocking to you, because you know that that's kind of just going to be the case everywhere. But it's a little bit upsetting at such a classy place. You would think that they would try a little bit harder to hide that fact, especially when people are spending so much time there. Okay, so that's the first thing. The second thing is they keep having signs for the ice machine, but you can't find the ice machine. It's like they are literally hiding the ice machines. Like they want to tell you that they exist, but they will not let you actually find them. So if you actually want ice, you have to have an actual treasure map to find the ice machine. So unless you are Indiana Jones himself, you're never ever going to find the ice machine. So good luck with that one. Not that we did, but it was just really stupid and annoying and really bothered me. Okay, so that's one thing. And then let's get to the hardcore real things, because all of that's just surface stuff. The real things, okay, that are annoying are this. The hotel food has a horrible menu. When you order room service, it's terribly overpriced, and it's not even that good. It's really not. Like we were like, oh, let's do room service one night. It won't be that bad. It's overpriced crap. No matter what review they put in front of you or what hype they give you, it is overpriced garbage. It was not worth it, and I don't recommend it. I don't recommend you eat there just as like a, oh, let's go out to dinner, or as room service. It's just crap. There are better restaurants in this town to go to, and there are just better options for you, and it's just better to put on your socks and shoes and take a drive down the street. There are even dive restaurants in this town that are worth going to far more than this upscale restaurant in this hotel. Then there was the fact that this elevator has broken down twice in 1 week at this hotel. They had somebody come in twice in the same week to fix it. And on this day, they said, oh, it's fixed, even though it wasn't fixed. So clearly they're incapable of hiring someone to fix this, and they said they were going to call us and tell us when it was fixed. They didn't. We had to chase them down. They were super apologetic about it and kissing our butt about it, but they really weren't willing to do anything. Like, what could they do? And they really weren't giving us any suggestions on what they were willing to do for us. They wanted us to come up with everything. Like, give us a suggestion and we'll see if we can do it for you. Like, what? Like, what are you going to do for me, buddy? You know, it just nonsense. And then at 6 a.m. in the morning, one morning, the alarm went off. It was a false alarm. They did not alert anyone. They did not help anyone. They did not support anyone. And then they told us it was a false alarm. And it was horrible. And they have that during such times that when the alarms go off, the elevator isn't going to work. How can, if there's, in the event of a fire, the only way for handicapped people to get out of the building isn't going to work? How are these people still in business? That's what I want to know. Because it literally says on the elevator, in the event of a fire, the elevator doesn't work. But then when the fire alarm was going, we were able to use it. This place is the most messed up place. I do not suggest that anybody go there, whether you are handicapped or not, because they do not follow through with what they say they're going to do. They have mixed messages all over the place. You're never going to get ice if you want ice. And it's a shit show. So that all happened. So we were supposed to have a 9:30 appointment and then an 11 o'clock appointment. The 11 o'clock appointment ended up being canceled. It has to be rescheduled for sometime next week. And so that is upsetting and very bad. And so sometime next week we have to make that up. I'm not sure when. They're going to call us and we will figure that out sometime during the week next week. We were able to get her treatment done today, which was fantastic. But it was late. So that put off our getting home late. But we were able to get cabs and stuff and make it happen. We didn't get a great cab driver on the way to the hospital, but we got a fantastic one for the longer ride on the way home, which was really nice and refreshing. And we know his name is Neil. So we know, hey, if we need somebody, we can request Neil. So we have kind of a running list of some of the better cab drivers. So we know some of the cooler, better ones. It was expensive to drive from the hospital to Mom's house, but it was about as expensive as it would have been to spend another night in a hotel. And I think she's a lot happier to be here at home rather than having to spend another night in a hotel. So to me, that was worth it to have her get that peace of mind and that happiness. So that's what we ran to. Yes, some sacrifices had to be made to make that happen, as I am not having my night out dinner tonight, but I had that last night instead, so that was kind of the trade-off that we did. I had it last night instead of tonight, which is fine. We went to a different restaurant instead of a more fancier restaurant because we wouldn't have as much time. Jack Saxton, that piece of luggage is not your scratching post. Don't make me come kick your butt. It has been a rough day, man. So Some things, kind of had to be maneuvered, but it was well worth it to get things done. So we're exhausted and tired, and things have been rough. But we made it. We successfully made it through week 4. Week 4 is behind us. So, some things about week 4. Other than the hotel being horrible, but it's behind us. We never have to deal with them again. Some things about week 4. So week 4, we discovered that mom can now basically eat oatmeal, bananas, Jell-O, some water, and some orange juice, and and some cream of wheat. And that's about it. Very bland, very mellow things. If she tries to deviate from that, it puts her in complete and total stomach distress, which ranges from gastrointestinal pain, potty problems that are not fun to talk about or think about, and just nightmarish, hellish things. So we're on the bland train. And we stick with it. And we have also learned that cold drinks are no-no. Everything has to be warm. Warm drinks are where it's at. So that's where we are now. We do the warm drinks. So everything is room temperature. Room temperature drinks, room temperature water, room temperature things are where it's at right now. So that's the thing. So that's the thing. Also, getting in and out of the cabs is very, very difficult, making us very sore. But I do want to say something. For as weak as mom has been feeling, she has been an absolute rock star, I have to say. Okay, so we had gotten a walker, and it has wheels, and it has like where you can sit down if you need to. Do you guys know the ones that I mean? You see a lot of people having them, and they almost look like they're wheelchairs, but they're walkers, and they have like the seat, like if in an emergency you need to sit down, you can sit down. We got her one of those because her doctor said, hey, I think that's the kind of walker you should get for like long distances, so she could like practice her endurance with like walking further and whatever. We had gotten her one of those, and she didn't bring it with her because like it's hard enough for us to maneuver like all the luggage and ourselves and the wheelchair place to place with all the moving around that we're doing. We're like vagabonds all the time, and like groceries and all these things. So we didn't bring it. So mom has been walking on her own from the bed to the hotel bathrooms, and depending on which hotel we've been at, it's been further away, and she's been doing that feeling weak, feeling terrible, being tired, being exhausted, feeling like crap on her own, being in pain with nothing but her determination and her body. And I just think she's a rock star, and she deserves to be celebrated for that, because I just think she's going above and beyond. Above and beyond. She's totally my hero for that. I think she's been doing great. Her knees have been in pain. She's been pushing through it. She's been getting in and out of the cabs like a champion. I've been saying, do you need a leg up? Do you need help? Is there anything I can do for you? And she's like, nope, I've got it. And she swung her legs up. She's like, I'm ready for you to close the door for me if you want. Or do you want me to do it? And I'm like, all right, you've already got it. You don't need me. But I'm there in case she needs me, but she's already got it by the time I've asked the question. She's like ready to roll half the time. On 1 or 2 days when it was a little icy or something and her feet would slip a little bit, I would be there to help. But I think only twice she's needed my help. The other time she's done it completely by herself. Sometimes she's done it before I could even ask the question or finish asking the question. She's already done it. She's been pushing through amazingly. We had one scary moment on ice. She started to slide, but the cab driver that we had, she grabbed her arms and I kind of grabbed her legs and we kept her from falling. And then Mom herself kind of hoisted herself up a little bit, like her tushy, up on the seat and kind of grabbed the side of the car, and we were able to stop her from slipping. And I think that was the only time that I was a little nervous, because she was feeling so weak. And, you know, being on ice, when you feel like you're falling and you're slipping on ice, that's a scary situation. But everybody stayed calm and cool, and we were able to get her to her chair and to make it be good. So, why is this not charging this? Hi, I'm trying to charge my phone and it's not going well. Thank you, Aunt Ruth, for coming. We understand. Give her a great big hug for us. And thank you so much for being here. And we appreciate all of your love and support. And we thank everybody for their love and support and for coming. But yeah, Mom has been a total trooper through all of this. And I'm really proud of her. This has been our hardest week yet. Everything that could go wrong has been going wrong the past week. And Mom's been a total trooper through it. I mean, we've had fights between us because we've both been tired and frustrated and just worn out. And like, you know, you're looking at me. I look just as tired as I feel, and just as unkept and just as I feel. And you know, we've just been frustrated and pushed to our limits and just, can we do this and can we go on and all this other stuff. And, you know, just, it's been a really rough week, but she's persevered and pushed through, and I've tried to push through, and, yeah, and so this is the last full week of the external. And then we have like a combo week. And then we move into the 2 weeks of just the brachytherapy. However, we do have a really cool possible solution that will avoid hotels during brachytherapy, but we're unsure if that'll work or not. We're going to kind of talk to some people and see if that's a good solution, if that's a bad solution, kind of thing. And we're going to see. We might be investing in a bucket. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, they put her out. It's like an 8-hour procedure, and they put her under with the anesthesia, and then they bring her out. And then before she's released from the hospital, it's like an hour or two, because they want to see like how she is after she comes out of the anesthesia. They make her like eat some like a muffin or crackers or something like that, and drink, and like make sure that she's good. After that, they make sure that like her blood pressure is okay, that she's doing all right. Who is doing what? Autumn, are you misbehaving now? Yes, Autumn, excuse me. What are you, becoming Jack now? You know, actually, I have a cute little story about that. Anybody who knows these two cats knows that Jack is the one that misbehaves all the time, and Autumn is usually the well-behaved one. Also, they know that Jack has a habit of attacking Autumn, and we usually punish him accordingly, etc., so on. When we came to visit last night, Autumn was laying on Mom's bed like a queen, and Jack was on the floor looking up at her adoringly. So something has happened in this household while we have all been not here, where Autumn has taken over this household and become the queen. And Jack was like bowing down to her, like looking up at her adoringly. So I don't know if they had some sort of like epic fight and Autumn like won, or what, but like Autumn now runs this house and Jack has become her servant. I don't know how this happened, but he now serves Autumn and Autumn rules. I just come to visit here. I don't understand. But so Autumn is now the queen. And we just come to visit her palace. So this is now her palace and she is now, you know. Although, really on the counters, really, I mean, I know this is your palace, but come on. Thank you. Thank you. I finally got her off the counter. There we go. Earlier, she was on top of the cabinets because, like, you know, they have the cabinets and then there's like a big chunk of space. It's like about a foot between the cabinet and the ceiling. And she just like loves to go up there and be like, hey, I'm overseeing my kingdom. It's like a mountain up here. Hi, whatever, you know. She really is the queen of this place. It's kind of amusing to watch. But yeah, so it was a really, really rough day today, but we got through, and it was a rough week. We got through. So we're really super happy about that. She is looking down on everyone, but in a really good way. It's kind of nice to see her in a position of power because she's been so kind of victimized by Jack for so long. It's nice to see her rising up, as it were. And Jack is kind of fitting into the humble, subservient role quite well, actually. He seems to be enjoying it. So maybe they've kind of found their place in a way. And they've kind of found what they've always been looking for in a strange way. They seem happy. So that's good. Yeah, I think they're finally finding their place. It's actually all working out for them, so that's good. Another thing I wanted to mention to everybody is our dear friend Brittany is taking over Operation Nina this time around because obviously, look at us, we're like zombies over here. We're zombies, just trying to survive. So there was no way that I was going to do Operation Nina like this because right now, to be honest with you, and I know that this is probably totally TMI, but right now I have to be reminded to pee because I'll be like, yeah, I totally have to pee and I'm gonna do it, and then like a half hour later people are like, have you gone pee yet? And I'm like, I had to pee? Oh, I vaguely feel the sensation. And then I'm screamed at because I didn't pee. And people are like, have you hydrated today? And it's like, oh, I was supposed to hydrate, right? I was supposed to have that Powerade Zero for the electrolytes so I don't pass out. I forgot. And then I'm yelled at because I didn't have my electrolytes. And did you eat? No, I forgot to eat. And then I'm yelled at because I forgot to eat. So we see the pattern here. I'm barely taking care of me right now, and I'm always like, hey mom, what do you want for lunch? And you know, so I'm getting yelled at often for the basic things, and I'm not even getting those done well now. So there was no way that I was going to run a marathon in this condition. So Brittany has taken over. So, I'm really, really glad that Brittany is the one that's doing it. And I will tell you exactly why Brittany is the absolute right person to be doing it. Because the first conversation that she and I had about it, she said, what if I did this? And the first thing that she mentioned was something that I've wanted to implement for about 3 years now. Boom. Oh my God, my dream come true. She has since mentioned about 3 other things along the same line. She is doing an amazing job. She is an amazing person, and she just makes my heart happy. She is a great person and a great friend, and she knows the community really well, and she knows casting really well, and she's been a part of the ON family for a really long time. And she's part of our oh, thank you, Aunt Ruth. That's so awesome. That is so great. That'll make our heart happy. We love seeing pictures of family and pictures of people. That really warms our heart to be able to see that. So Brittany doing this means a lot, and the fact that she's doing it so well means a lot. And the reason that I'm bringing this up is that because the marathon begins soon, and everyone is coming together from our online community and Operation Nina to try to raise funds to help Mom again. And I know that it's so soon after the last one, and it's a really, really rough time because of taxes, and it's right off the heels of Christmas, and so many people are strapped, and a lot of people can't donate. And our whole thing is that if you can't donate, we don't want anyone to feel bad, because there are other ways that you can help. We're going to be posting the link on all of our social medias, and you guys can repost it or retweet it or give it a thumbs up or say, like, we're praying for you or we're here for you. Anything like that helps just as much as a donation. Like, you have no idea how each one of those things that may seem so little or insignificant, those things can make all of the difference in Mom's day. And they mean the world to us. Those things are just as valuable and just as important, and we see every single one of them, and every single one of them means everything. They really do mean everything to us. So they are just as helpful. So that marathon begins tomorrow. Tonight, technically. Tonight, tomorrow, the 27th. And goes for a full week. There are lots of very talented, very sweet and kind people that are donating their time and their talents into this marathon. And so the links will be all over, so you can check it out and see if you like it. And if not, maybe you know somebody who would like to check it out. And even if all of them are just tuning in to watch and they can't donate, that's fine. Maybe that will inspire them to want to join and participate in the next marathon that'll help somebody. That can be just as valuable. Or maybe they'll spread the word to somebody who can donate. So don't think that your contribution isn't worthy or isn't enough or isn't good or isn't making a difference, because every single component to this means something and makes a difference. And every single donation, whether it's a big one or a small one, means something as well. So don't think that somebody who donated $1 or $5 or $3 or whatever it happens to be, you know, nobody is better than anybody else. No donation is better than any other donation, and no contribution is better than any other contribution. Everyone matters and counts. Every prayer counts. Every thumbs up counts. Every like counts. Everything counts. And we appreciate everything and everyone. And we really want you to know that from the bottom of our hearts. And I hope that you realize how genuine that is. And I don't know if it's coming across that way because, like I said, I am dead tired and I am a zombie right now, but it is legitimately the truth. So I wanted to hop on and tell you guys all of these things. The links will be in all of the social medias and stuff. I know I probably haven't been linking things as much as I have wanted to or I have liked to, but we have just been so wrecked. I know on Twitter I have quite a bit, just because it's been easier for me, but I am going to do more on my Facebook here for you guys. I know that I have a further reach here on Facebook because a lot of people don't know what my Twitter is. I probably will be linking to my Twitter to try to get everybody to, you know, kind of get together on it. And I'm probably also going to be linking some of my videos over here too, so you guys can get to my videos also, because I have been doing videos all throughout the week. Some of them pertaining to my business, some of them pertaining to thanking people for all of their love and support with everything happening to Mom. Some of them are some of the live feeds from last week. Different things like that. These live feeds will end up on YouTube, so you might be watching this live right now and interacting with us, or you might be watching this back on live on my Facebook, or you might be watching this back on YouTube once I get it up on YouTube. Probably this weekend it'll go up on YouTube, and then it'll be on YouTube for however long YouTube is a thing. And then we can kind of look back on it there. So I just wanted to hop on and kind of say those things and share this with you guys. And do that kind of quickly. I don't have a lot of time today, only because Jared's going to be coming soon, and once he does, we're going to be doing some grocery shopping for Mom, and then some grocery shopping for us, and then we're going to be having dinner together and kind of trying to chillax a little bit and just kind of relaxing together for the rest of today and tomorrow. And then Sunday, we will be going to the Hilton, and it is a very nice Hilton that's towards the Capitol, so that will be a brand new experience. So the next time you see a live, it will be at the Hilton, so it'll be very fancy. So look forward to that, and I will post all of the links because I do not want any of you to miss the Operation Nina Code Pink 2, because it is going to be worth tuning in for. Trust me, it is going to be fantastic because Brittany is doing an amazing job, and she is being joined by amazing casters, and there's amazing graphics, and wait till you see it. It will blow your mind. Trust me on this one. I would not lead you astray. And I wish we were closer. I wish everybody was closer. I want to just teleport you all, because everybody together would just love each other and be instantaneous friends. Well, eventually someday when I get all hitched and stuffs, everybody will be in the same place, and then we'll really party. Anyway, all right. See you guys next time. Bye. And yes, Calandria for life. All right, bye.